During the mid-1970s, French band Zeuhl was on a roll with their jazz rock, chamber rock maximalism. And from their fourth release, Kawana, the track Natura. That piano just is very arresting, just very, that fast, fluid piano, just taking the whole center portion of the track. But those bass notes that you're hearing in back are actually giving the, like, angularity to it all. And that rattling, like, hi-hat, that is keeping pace with that piano too. Very fluid right there. But what is the drummer, is he playing like brushes on a hi-hat? That soprano sax work that you're hearing is courtesy of Yochk'o Seffer, who would soon be releasing some albums under his own name. He was in Magma circa between 1970 and 1972, so he played on the first two albums, and then he rejoined briefly later on. That's a sopranino sax. Those violin strokes that you're hearing are courtesy of Didier Lockwood, who was, I guess, still in Magma at this point. And the piano that's just been driving this whole thing is François Cahen, or as he's sometimes referred to as Faton Cahen. Quite a prolific musician on the French scene around this time. And on this album, he's credited with piano, Fender Rhodes, synthesizer. But right now, we're basically hearing his piano work. The piano just seems to echo throughout this whole thing. It's got these like fast notes playing like in the same key, like nonstop, and it just kind of like rumbles and echoes. I can't think of many things to compare it to offhand. finally we go into like a closed cadence section after all those like dizzying like open cadence, just rush of sound and notes and everything now. Now it seems to be that Didier Lockwood's really taking over this section. It's the drums were a bit more pronounced in this part. And first we had like the piano carrying that theme, and then slowly like that violin takes it over. I must say these key centers are pretty simple, and they don't change very often. It's like we were just in G, now we're in B. There have only been actually a few like key centers used within this track, but it's just what they're doing within them, like all the counterpoint, all the different playing that's going Love that reedy tone he gets out of that instrument. The drumming on this is played by My Truong, and he's giving. I have to give props to the accents that he's putting in this. He's really making it just rhythmically kind of unpredictable. He seems to be just kind of putting in like bass beats and like against what's going on to give it this tension. Now we're back to where we were before. Getting really dense right here. The violin's almost getting buried in the mix at this point, but it's still just like slicing like back and forth like between the two speakers. yeah, Seffer is really just doing his best to just stay above it with those real high notes. Zeuhl, the track Natura, off the album Kawana, their 1976 release. Their fourth and penultimate. They would ultimately release one more album before disbanding. But what an amazing those first four albums by Zeuhl. Some of the best talent from the French jazz rock scene coming together. And also bringing in that unique element of the Zeuhl sound is learned from the members' time in Magma, serving under Christian Vander at different periods. The album also has several other tracks of equal intensity. One of the more essential French releases of 1976. Yeah, right up there with like the ZNR album. And anyway, for more Rubies and Sapphires from Zeuhl from this album and the ones that came before it, see the directory of albums by French artists in the link below. There's about at least 1,100 at this point from all the French acts you can think of: Magma, Zeuhl, Art Zoid, Albert Marcour, ZNR, Ange, Mona Lisa, Pulsar, Shylock, Atoll, Martin Circus. Yeah, the list goes on and on and on. Etron Foulet Lublin. Yeah, see them all in the at that link below for Rubies, Sapphires to keep you busy for months, even years. And like and subscribe, and follow me on Facebook and Twitter to know when the next videos are coming out. And until then, this is Zaragon, the world's most ear travel trimaximalist, signing off.